Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video, and today I have something a little special. We're gonna 100% Elden Ring. Now without further ado, let's just get right into this. This is gonna be kind of a short video because the way I 100%ed this game, I don't know if I did it quickly or not, but it was weirdly fast. I'm already at the Ashen Capital. Like, I don't know, guys. Yay, we 100%ed Elden Ring, but it didn't really feel like an accomplishment. It kind of felt like a regular 100% with a roguelike game. I don't know. In my opinion, I felt like this was like one of the easiest, if not the easiest, Souls games to 100%. Given I've never 100%ed Bloodborne or Sekiro or Demon Souls for that matter, or Night Rain. I know Night Rain is also not difficult as well. But I'm gonna tell y'all basically how I 100% in this game. Now, let me say one thing. Elden Ring is a complete and utter joke of a game if you use the Mimic Tier. The Mimic Tier makes this game probably way too easy, and I think that's why they put it into the game as like a fail-safe. If you are stuck on something, you just use Mimic Tier. I mean, honestly, he's just the best thing the Mimic Tier does is distracts. And the reason why Mimic Tier is so strong is because he literally copies your build. And if you're doing a bleed build like me, he's pretty strong. There we go. Now, while this cutscene's going on, Elden Ring definitely was easier than Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. Because you don't need to collect all the spells. You don't need to collect all the incantations, all Ashes of War. Doesn't matter. You just need to collect the legendary versions of them, which is like 7 or 8 or 9. Am I mad that this wasn't hard as like 100%? No. I'm actually really glad it was easy because open world games are a pain in the ass to 100%. And I think that's why Dark Souls was so enjoyable. And I feel like if you did have to collect all of the collectibles, excuse me, for the 100% in this game would be really annoying to 100%. Anyways, it's boss fight time. Uh-oh, it's only me and him. It's almost like I have a bleed build for a reason, guys. Also, Elden Ring at its base is not that difficult of a game, but it can be the most difficult, given if you don't use Mimic Tier, like I said before. If you don't use Mimic Tier, Elden Ring is probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest, Souls game to ever exist, besides Sekiro, but that game's kind of gimmicky. If you know the pairing, it's not that bad. Yeah, but this 100% was not difficult. The most difficult part about it is the endings. You just have to go through the game again and again. Elden Ring's 100% is difficult because you have to complete the game 3 times, just like Dark Souls 3. But this game came out after Dark Souls 3, right? And Dark Souls 3 100% was so infamously hard because of the ring achievement. You basically need to collect everything in that game. We needed a New Game Plus 2 different times after the first New Game Plus to be able to collect all the rings. Like, the ring achievement is the reason why that game's so difficult for 100%ing. Also, Proof of Concord kept, if you know, you know. Anyways, let's begin this stupid boss fight. By the way, first phase, peak music. Second phase, kind of mid. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Oh, I kind of jumped into that one, bro. Something tells me this is gonna take a while. I don't know what it could give that idea at all. There we go. Yeah, Elden Beast is not difficult at all, which is a little disappointing, but Ragaddon's pretty hard, so I'm glad that Elden Beast isn't that difficult. I mean, Elden Beast is like, oh my gosh, it's like basically a dragon fight, and I think that's why it's so, like, not boring. I mean, dragon fights are pretty boring, y'all, let's be honest. Besides Bale, there's a couple good ones. If it's a dragon fight like this, where you're like running away for 90% of the time, I don't think it's that fun. I mean, if I'm being honest, he has a couple really cool moves. Like the one where he goes up into the sky, the one where he does that, where he, I mean, all you have to do is just run away, but even then. I mean, look, this move is pretty cool. I think this makes the whole boss fight pretty dope. I mean, given you can use your like, you can use your horse in this boss fight. That's how they know. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize he did that. That's how you know it's pretty boring. I mean, look, he's just running around for 90% of the time. So, I mean, like... The music is really good for this fight. I just feel like Ragaddon would have been a better last boss than this guy. I feel like if Elden Beast was the first boss and then it like manifested itself into Ragaddon, that'd be a lot cooler. But it's like vice versa for this fight. Ragaddon basically turns into this thing once he dies. I mean, I don't know. This video is gonna be pretty short because I didn't think this game was very hard, 100%ing, so it's not really that much of an accomplishment for me. I mean, honestly, I don't know if I've gotten better at the game or not. I mean, considering I have 100%ed the first like 3 Souls games already, and I have like a pretty cheesy build. Honestly, this build's really cheesy. I'll show you it after, you know, I beat this guy. But I don't know if I've gotten better at 100%ing Souls games or like I've gotten better at Souls games in general, because this wasn't that hard of 100%. Which is a little disappointing, but here, I'll show the cutscene, if you guys never seen it. The, Become Elden Lord. Mend the Elden Ring. Alright, here we go. If you guys never seen the cutscene before, I will play and show it. This is the last ending we need, which is Becoming Elden Lord. I've actually never seen it either, so first time for me.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall an age of fracture.
That was Aura. That was pretty cool, dude. Achieved the Elden Lord ending. And complete all achievements. There it is. Yeah, one thing I will say about Elden Ring, I've already said it many times before this video, is that it wasn't that difficult. So I don't really feel like it was that much of an accomplishment for me. I don't know if I've gotten really good at 100%ing Souls games, considering I 100%ed the first 3, and I felt like those were really hard compared to this one. I think the main reason is that you only have to get like the legendary versions of anything. Talismans, only legendary talismans you need. You only need legendary armaments, which are weapons. You only need legendary incantations, legendary summons, blah blah blah. You know, you only need the legendary versions, which I think is very weird. In the other Souls games, you basically need to collect every spell, every like rare weapon, every ring, every +1, 2, 3 version of that ring. So I think that's why Elden Rings was so easy compared, which I think also another reason is that it's because it is open world. So if they did do that where you have to collect every summon, item, weapon, rare weapon, that would be pretty difficult to do in an open world game, which I think that's why they went the easier route of just, you know, just get the legendary versions of everything so that you have them. But at the same time, I feel like it would have been way more of a Souls 100% experience if you were forced to go through a dumb swamp for the 90th time, or go through to get every summon in the game. I mean, that's just classic 100% Souls gameplay. I also feel like there should have been a swamp to where you aren't able to bring out your horse, because most of the swamps you can negate, besides Lake of Rot, of course, by being on your horse. You don't have to be poisoned at all, and I feel like that is a classic FromSoft thing to do that they just completely skipped over because you had the horse in this game. But I also think they did go the route of like kind of like Black Myth Wukong. I know Black Myth Wukong came after, but I'm like trying to compare it a little bit. Black Myth Wukong is kind of like a boss rush type of game where you level yourself up, you go and kill hella bosses. That's kind of what Elden Ring felt like for me. Of course, there's like 8 main bosses, but there's like 200 tiny other bosses that you can fight in the open world, which is kind of like Black Myth Wukong in a way, to where you can just level yourself up hella and then just sweep the rest of the game, which honestly is pretty cool. Don't really get to do that in other Souls games. All right, begin Journey 4. Sure, why not? Yeah, Elden Ring, definitely the easiest game to 100% out of the Souls. It's really easy. I didn't expect it to be that easy. When I first stepped into this game, I was really intimidated. I was like, wow, this map is huge. There's so many ways to go. I don't know which way to go. So it's really annoying and confusing. But once you New Game Plus, you're like, oh, there's like 2 bosses I have to kill to get through this area. You don't need to kill every mini boss. You know what I mean? So it's really not that bad. Yeah, but once you first step into this game, it's pretty difficult. And I think that's why they kind of made the 100% easy, because this game is huge, dude. Including the DLC, it is massive, bro. It's pretty damn big. At the same time, I say it's too easy, but then at the same time, I say it's fair. For open world game, it's pretty fair, because most of the challenge for an open world game is the exploration. That is going to be the most challenging part, but since it's a FromSoft game, it's going to be the bosses that are the most challenging. You know, it's like a 40-60 type of challenge for Elden Ring and specifically. But for every other like open world game, I feel like it's fair that the 100% are pretty easy compared to linear games like Dark Souls 1 through 3. Or I guess I should say 1, 2, and 3. That makes more sense. Yeah, but that's my thoughts about 100% in Elden Ring. It wasn't too bad. I felt like it was fair, but also a little too easy at times. But I'm glad it was easy. I'm glad. This game is huge. There's so many things you can do. So in my opinion, I think it's okay for it to be a little easier at 100% than the other ones. However, if you did make it this far into the video, just know that Night Rain is coming soon. There will be a couple Black Myth Wukong videos uploaded every now and again, because that's the next game I'm gonna go into. That Elden Ring Night Rain is coming soon. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed me 100%ing Elden Ring, and if you did, make sure to subscribe, and if you really enjoyed, like the video, because that would help me out a lot. And share this video with a friend if you really did enjoy it. Comment down below what your favorite boss is in this game, or area, or what the easiest achievement for you to get was. In my opinion, the hardest achievement were the endings, but below that was getting every legendary armament, because that was the only achievement I needed to actually New Game Plus, because I left a couple weapons on the ground. Also, I did a quest line to where I wasn't able to get a legendary armament, but that's besides the point. Pretty fun, 100%. Pretty good game. Elden Ring, definitely top 5 for sure. Souls games. I wouldn't say it's top 3. Not at all. But I'd say it's pretty good. Oh yeah, fun fact. I didn't have a single person invade me throughout the whole 75 hours of playing this game. Not a single person, which is low-key crazy because I got invaded and all the time in the old Souls games. Anyways, have an amazing rest of your day, and peace out.